Welcome to Main Street Minds with your host, Amish Munshi. This is where industry leaders and seasoned pros share their secrets to success beyond limits. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to Main Street Minds. Today we have a very special guest, Sai Kiran, with us. I'm really excited because I love what he's working on. And without any further delay, let me open up the floor and let Sai introduce himself and so that we get to hear from directly from Sai. So Sai, tell us all your secrets.
Yeah, sure. My name is Sai Kiran Rallabandi, and I've been based in Austin, Texas. I've been working in as a software ML software engineer in Apple. It's been almost like 11 years I've been with Apple, and prior to Apple, I did like my master's here in Northwest Polytechnic University in California, Fremont. I did like my electricals and communication engineering there, and before prior to that, I did my master's business in Scotland, Dundee,
Wow.
and I born and brought up in India,
Sweet. Which part of India?
southern India, South India, it's Hyderabad.
Nice, cool. So you've been across like so many different places. Like how's was it like a intentional decision or was it something that just happened?
No, it's not an intentional decision. It's happened, and few are intentional, and few got like and just for career. And I
Yeah,
moved for like in different places, and right now I'm here. But still, right now also I'm trying to learn my to get speed on with this AI and all those things, and
yeah,
just to try to get into that pace so that
right.
it make us busy. And yeah, that's about this.
Yeah, I know, especially with Apple and the whole ML thing. Everyone keeps saying like, oh, they are doing something very unique. I have kind of graduated out of tech for a little bit, and I always like love to learn a little bit more on what is happening. So anything that's like public info, feel free to share. Something that's already known very widely, like you can feel free to share. And so what got you interested in ML? Like, was it more of the industry trend, or you were interested in ML from before?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. So, why I moved to ML is like when we are in kind of in COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have taken like just have like and like, there was a feed in my YouTube at the time I have remembered that. I mean, the industry is going to ML side. So at the time, then I tried to take an ML PG diploma ML course.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I think it's in UT Austin,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started involving more into the machine learning and try to learn more stuff. I don't know, like it's kind of like I don't want to go, but it take me to
Sure.
that.
Right.
Yeah, and right now I can't live without that. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So, tell us, like, just in general, like, for most people, once they say AI and once they say ML, and then they just know a little bit about it. Saying, hey, there is agentic AI portion of skills, and then there is the actual machine learning portion of the skills, right? So, like, what is really involved in, like, if somebody wants to learn ML, like, how do they get started?
Yeah. So basically, like, now we have like in this AI,
Mhm.
and we have an ML, and we have like an applied AI, and we
Mhm.
have generative AI, and
Yeah,
we have this agentic AI, right? I mean, if you see all these concepts comes under machine learning,
yeah.
and everything comes under like that concept, that core concept, right? So the everything is under the math of
Mm-hmm.
linear regression and calculus and probability, right? First, like, and
Yeah.
we should learn. I mean, the base, how it works, and
Mm-hmm.
then we should go in kind of like not everyone will be liking like a math, or right. Just we should have
Yeah.
like an fundamental understanding that this machine learning comes under which tree, and
Yeah.
then probably we can pick which one we want to focus, and then we can start from there.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And I know, like, and let's say if some kind of like a new models or new things comes up, right? I
Mhm.
do kind of like in reading on that, how it works,
Yeah.
actually what it makes sense, instead of like in just like in putting our hands in the, okay, I want to do this, I want to, instead of that, just I want to learn what's behind the scenes. I mean, this has been for my learning for entire my career. I mean, any new things comes into me, I want to go in depth and see, okay, what it makes sense to learn more into it, instead of like in using it. Obviously, we'll be using it, but we should know about that. That's what, yeah.
Yeah. And like, was there a specific language that is being used most commonly?
Mostly Python.
Most of it is Python. Okay. And so obviously you need to be strong in Python, and then the computer algorithms of like that are known for machine learning, right? Like the all and the ability to implement those. So just curious, like the theoretical education that we receive, like that's all that I know. Like 20 years ago, when I was being taught some of this in my college, just the theoretical knowledge. How much has changed from there to today? Like what you learned in theory versus what is happening in practical, how linked, how close are these things?
I mean, I would say like in whatever we have learned, probably like in 20 years or 10 years back, and right now what we are trying to see in the practical, there is a link
Okay.
between, there is a link between that.
Sure.
For example, for 20 years back, we don't have an AI in our kind of like in studies
Yeah.
or kind of courses, right? Because
Yeah.
when I try to when I did my masters, I don't have any AI in that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
the math around it, or the
Yeah.
programming language what we have
Mhm.
learned, that is a kind of a
Sure.
base. That base is trying to take to the next level of the how this kind of like an AI brain is trying to
Mhm.
grow. That's a kind
Mhm.
of a base. So that's what I feel like. And there is
Yeah.
everything whatever we do here, I mean,
Mhm.
it's not through the AI or not through the software, there is
Mhm.
a link between that.
Okay, makes sense. So it's not like there's not been a transformation or an innovation. It's matured into more of something that is like that. I know like it has always been there, right? People say it's like 1980s, 1970s, people have
70.
been
It's been
talking
there,
about
yeah.
it.
Yes,
And only now it's just, I think the computing power has been available now, or it was just the area of focus, or enough investments happened in it. So now it's becoming more of a reality.
correct. That's what I feel, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sounds great. So, tell us a little bit more about like how you got to this status. Like, how did you manage to kind of go from the college life and like now doing the latest innovative tech? Like, was it a direct jump, or like did you go through a few transformations? Like, did you directly start with ML after
No,
college?
no. So basically, I can explain my journey so that way, like I'm probably like an someone is in this space, they can use it.
Sure. Yeah.
Like a template probably.
Yeah.
uh, I mean, probably the thing is that what I did is, when I did my masters here in Northwest Polytechnic University,
Mhm.
I was with my uncle. And
Mhm.
my uncle is an he taught me everything. And
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's in this. He's a kind of like he's a director. He's a director in software. I mean, infrastructure
Hmm.
management. So that's what he taught me, all those kind of like in basic principles and how we can try to do that. So
Yeah.
then I had a contracting job at Coles when I
Hmm.
started as an DevOps engineer.
Hmm.
Then I learned DevOps, how the infrastructure works in codes for an year. Then
Yeah.
after that, after my second job, I did like an 11 interviews. The 11 interviews got failed, and it's not like an remote. I
Yeah.
went to like an 11 places
Yeah.
in US,
Person.
in
Yeah.
Chicago and
When,
Seattle.
what year was this?
This was 2015.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2015. And then like I did like so much of hard time there. And I
Yeah.
did I don't have a job of second time. And then I was thinking like and I came for like an H1B. Before that, I was on F1,
Yeah.
and two chances are like an I'm capped on that two chances to go to the OPT. I
Mm-hmm.
did like in CPT and then OPT. Then two chances were good, were like not there, and I have only like in one chance.
Yeah.
And once like in my employer filed my H1B, that got denied,
Yeah.
and I have only a month of time to do
Yeah.
that. It's not even a month; it's kind of like a couple of weeks actually. So
Yeah.
then I immediately wrote IELTS to go to Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and then like and that got okay. Then what happened is suddenly I got an letter from my employer say that your H1B got approved.
Oh, wow.
That's a kind of like a miracle for me.
Yeah.
Stay here. Otherwise, I should have. I did something else. I don't know
Yeah.
what I would did.
Yeah.
Then the last call of after this 15th after this failure of 11 interviews, I got like an one call from Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my dream company.
Okay. So
Uh,
you've been with Apple for a long time.
about a long time, and I've been in contracting for a long time.
Yeah.
And my manager my manager like an I don't want to get to the name of the
Sure.
of it just to
Yeah.
make sure it's a privacy. So my manager like an I went to an interview, and I remember that I don't know at the time the MongoDB database.
Yeah.
I had loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know this because when we try to talk on interviews, right? We go in a hype that okay, I know everything, all those things, right? My manager said that no, don't bluff. I don't think you know that. I
Yeah.
thought, okay, this interview will also be not there,
Yeah.
but I don't know what happened. I got an email from Apple contracting. I was doing contracting at the time.
Yeah.
I got an email saying that you are selected.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Then like and immediately like and I went to the interview, and next day as well I remember I drove to from I was in Milpitas. I think
Yeah.
Milpitas to Fremont, and I drove to Sunnyvale again, and I saw the Apple building campus,
Yeah.
and after that I was into the Apple. And
Yeah.
when I was into the Apple, the environment was like an we were doing like an Adobe Experience Manager. It's a kind of like an AEM
Yeah.
platform,
Yeah.
and at the time, like Anthem Beats is trying to acquire, it's trying to merge it. At the time, I tried to go there,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned a lot, and then one application to another application, another application, another application. It went like an
Mm-hmm.
very large in that, and the same manager recommend me by seeing my work. He recommend me like an you can move to full
Yeah.
time to Apple, and then for me like an I would have created like an more innovation ideas and
Mm-hmm.
talk to people and how the internet is moving. So that's what it was there for me for my whole journey.
Yeah.
I do like a lot of research and a lot of things actually. So then I started taking, as I said, on the COVID, I had a COVID baby, and then like we are searching a housing in Bay Area, we could not find one, and
Yeah.
I want to give a house for my baby because like I see like and people in the apartment is very close and she can't
Yeah.
pay much, and then I decided okay for now like and let's move to Austin,
Sure. Yeah.
and
Makes sense.
yeah once I
Maybe even
moved
like carry the same work profile.
Yes, same work profile, same thing. But the miracle has changed when I moved to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I have a friend. So I was like an overweight at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like in 200 pounds.
Yeah.
200 pounds, and I have a friend, and I keep I mean he's trying to do like a good training and
Mm-hmm.
the gym and all those things. Then at that time I decided to read some books and do
Yeah.
those things, and he introduced me lucky to the trainer. My trainer and the things which happened around me, it changed me drastically, improved my mindset, and
Yeah.
changed me a lot. And at that time I realized that I need to do learning, so that's what like an I keep on learning things. So that's what it came here for me for my journey.
That is just incredible, right? Like it's amazing. Like a lot of people like very few people, I would say, manage to get that opportunity to transform themselves first thing, and then even fewer people actually do transform themselves. Like very few people actually get a chance itself. Like, and you got a chance, you met a friend, stuff happened, and then, but it's also the very big decision and hard work and perseverance and discipline that it takes to actually execute on it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and I think that those are some of the skills I think most of the times the managers are looking for, right? Like the hard work, the discipline, the ability to execute. I think that's probably what the manager saw in you and said, like, I think Sai Kiran is doing really good.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, cool. That's amazing. So tell us more about like how you're able to like manage work with life with a daughter and like still being able to work. There is like all I've always said like there is a very deep meaning to that phrase work-life balance, right? It goes opposite to each other and but we have to do both. So how do you schedule yourself? How are you able to take care of your health and family and work? Like what do you do?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a good question, and it's I can tell you I can basically I'm a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
So this changed. I am not a morning person, but
Okay.
for like an I think mostly for 10 years I have changed this.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I used to wake up around 3:45 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
3:45 a.m. in the morning, and then I have a weekly plan,
Mm-hmm.
and a monthly plan, and the yearly plan.
Yeah.
Then what I do is I schedule my time. So learning, okay,
Mm-hmm.
this month what I'm trying to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I see like in that effective time. I mean, in our Hindu religion. I mean, maybe if you're
Mm-hmm.
Hindu, yeah. So
Yeah.
in the Hindu religion, it says like a Brahma Muhurtam. So
Yeah.
in the timing, if you try to wake up,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a very effective. I'll get like a great ideas to work on it and
Yeah.
learn the stuff. Then
Yeah.
after like an I used to do from 3:45 to 6, and
Mm-hmm.
6 o'clock like and I need to wake up my daughter, and
Mm-hmm.
then we need to get ready for school,
Yeah.
and then I pray for 1 hour,
Okay.
1 hour, and then I rush to work.
Mm-hmm.
After work around 5 p.m., 5 to 5:30 p.m., I need to rush for workout.
Yeah.
That's for like in 2 hours, and
Sure.
come back and some attend some meetings and do those things. But only like the good thing is like I have a beautiful wife. She's supporting me a lot on all this through journey, because
Yeah.
when I go for a workout, she's helping here,
Yeah.
and in a way that I also help her. And she's doing MBA,
Okay.
and she's her aim is to do an MBA, and so that's why I said I can go for it.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
Makes
what
sense.
I balance my time in this way. But it's really very hard to do a lot of these things. But still, like I'm trying my best to keep
Yeah.
busy and do things.
It's generally like a holiday or a trip that ends up like distracting us from kind of get impact on any schedule. So I would say like anybody listening to this, like success doesn't happen just by itself. Like there has to be planning, there has to be discipline, and there has to be hard work. Uh, I think that is the secret, right? Like of succeeding in life, like having a goal. Like a lot of people don't even set up goal, forget, and then a lot of people don't do anything about the goals. But being able to actually decide what to do and then actually do it uh, just makes are kind of the two most important things for achieving success.
That's true.
Yeah. So are you able to keep the same schedule over the weekends as well, or weekends is a different schedule?
No, weekends also
Same
it's
thing.
same. It's almost same schedule. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but like from last year to this year, I made few tweaks because of my health and all those things.
Sure.
So last year I used to sleep 6 hours, but this year I'm trying to do 7 hours for sure to get recover faster. I see sleep
Yeah.
is more most important. So I think it's mostly to the point like it's same.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that is really cool because I don't know if I'm probably getting old. A lot of people say you can, even with yoga and everything, that 2 to 3 hours of sleep is enough. What I've realized is my health is improving when I'm sleeping more. I used to sleep less before, like 3, 4 hours was enough for me. I was like fine the whole day. But now I think even I sleep like at least 6 to 8 hours. And I think it's helping me. Like, I think I don't know, is it just the age or is it something changed or like just a metabolic difference in my body or something? But I think 6 to 8 hours is good now.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us more about what you are seeing in the industry. Where is it headed, and what are some of the things that other people should also prepare for?
Yeah, sure. I mean, right now the industry is heading through the optimizing the machine learning models,
Mm-hmm.
and right now in 2026 to 2027, it's moving to the agentic AI
Mm-hmm.
system. That's a kind of buzzword we are hearing,
Yeah.
and the latest and the trend is going through the open source projects.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
not, it's kind of like an products are good,
Mm-hmm.
but some products are, for example, if you see like an Claude,
Mm-hmm.
OpenAI, and Perplexity, right?
Yeah.
Those products are kind of like an going, but behind the scene, it's everything is running on machine learning models.
Yeah.
So that's going it, and then think if you see the open claw right now, that's a trend now, and open claw agent, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like an orchestration agent, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a kind of AI personal agent. That's a kind of open source projects, and
Mm-hmm.
that I think that went very, I mean, viral, I would say.
And is
Uh,
it different from the NA10 or it's that based
no,
on?
it's not in it's different from N89.
Okay.
So basically, what it is you have an one AI person agent that can talk to multiple resources like
Okay.
WhatsApp. It can talk to Telegram. It can
Interesting.
talk to everything actually.
Yeah.
So the behind the scene is again you need to have some machine learning model. That's kind of like an architecture thing, and that's what it is moving ahead.
Yeah.
Open source projects are moving ahead, and they're trying to do more research on it and more
Mm-hmm.
security on it. So that's what I feel.
Nice, nice. That's really amazing. So, and you said it's OpenClaw, right? OpenClaw.
Yeah, open claw.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll look that up. I always learn something new on
I
when.
think open class CEO as well. I think he's moving to open AI.
Oh, interesting. Cool. Yeah, I know OpenAI also started off a little bit more open source, and then I think they managed to figure out just like a lot of some of these other tools. And I've been doing open source for like my entire life. Like I started off with Linux before anybody knew about it, and like all the GNU and open source software and free software and all of that. And like that's what made me successful in my tech career. I'm glad like all of that the whole concept of collaborative development and innovation happening with more collaboration. I think that's very important. It's very easy to develop something closed and make it work for certain use case, but if you want something to go wider, you need more people's input and being open to collaborate more effectively with allowing more ideas to flow into the product.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that has always won, like slowly or steadily. It's been slow, but it that open thought process always wins.
Yes, yes, yes. And the second thing is that's one thing, and second thing where the AI is trending is on how you can optimize the system.
Mm-hmm.
For example, recently on February, Opus 4.6 has been released.
Mm-hmm.
So the architecture behind the Opus 4.6 is amazing. And
Yeah.
they have released a system card of 200 pages, how it gonna
Mm-hmm.
be. And I was like listening to some podcast and doing those things. It's doing like an amazing work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So
should
that's
probably go into like a little more detail as a separate episode itself. Like just I love learning a lot about exactly what is happening. Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, but like so these are some of the things that are happening in the industry. But how and you said you do focus on creating a schedule and like learning every single month, right? Something new. How do you select what you are going to be learning? Like what like is it every month something is new, or do you go deeper into one specific technology, or you go wider?
I mean, I used to do before that, like, and go into deeper
Mm-hmm.
and deeper on the technology and how is this behind. Just I'm trying to see where the technology is trending.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my personal project on this, so that helping me a lot. So what it is just is it okay for you to share?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever you can share. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So basically, if you see right, in LinkedIn, people post a few
Mm-hmm.
things there, and in
Mm-hmm.
Reddit, people post few things there,
Mm-hmm.
and in GitHub, people try to create a lot of projects.
Yeah.
You have like a news also.
Yeah.
So what I did is I did one architecture on the personal project that using an OpenClaw agent,
Mm-hmm.
I want to have my research agent. So
Mm-hmm.
what it's going to do is every day around
Interesting.
8 o'clock or something, around 8 o'clock, and it's gonna get all the resources, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's gonna send me an notification what's
Mm-hmm.
happening as a news because you have
Yeah.
a lot of resources, right?
Yeah.
I mean, every let's say if you someone post in LinkedIn, right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to save that to save that
Sure.
to those things.
Interesting. Nice.
And then I will try to, let's say if it makes sense, right? AI will decide, okay, if
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense to my thing because we can't consume everything it's there in social platform, right?
Yeah.
What it matters to us, only we will consume it. So that's
Yeah.
what I created this thing, and it's helping me a lot to see the and let's say a few things, right? Then I go deep into it. For example, Claude released Opus 4.6, and I read this paper for 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of in-depth analysis, I do that.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Cool. Yeah. And I'm really glad like you're not only just saying, okay, there is a technology, but you're actually using it to learn and improve more of what you are actually doing.
That's true.
Yeah. And one of the things I've always thought about is like, how do you decide on the sources from where it's going to pick up the information? Because that is the most important thing that I've always struggled with. Like, I still manually read everything. But like, how do you like, because there is a lot of postings and that are like generally biased towards something, right? They have their own hidden agenda behind posting something. But like how do you keep it more open, and like how do you ensure like you're able to cover all possible sources?
I mean, this is a good question, but it's really very hard to get these things also, right? Let's say you
Yeah,
have a different platform. Once it's
yeah,
going to come to our feed, then we need to see whether it makes sense or not.
yeah.
Let's say,
Okay.
for example, if
Yeah.
someone posted in LinkedIn, okay, this is someone created, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to see, okay, whether this makes sense or not.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is sometimes, right, and I have this kind of a project going on and it's working
Mm-hmm.
fine. But before that, what I used to do is I had registered in, for example, in Reddit, right? In
Mm-hmm.
subreddits, I'm in like a machine learning group, reinforcement in learning group, and
Mm-hmm.
deep learning group. So I have a notification. Then what I do
Yeah.
is I go there and in my WhatsApp I have a group. So whatever the feed is there in the Reddit, I'm gonna save it. When
Mm-hmm.
I have a time, probably around 9 or before sleep for 15-20 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm going to go through all those things. And
Okay.
then if whatever it makes sense, it's gonna have in
Yeah.
my group
And
or yeah.
the interface is like a mobile interface that you're able to like do everything.
Yes, yes.
Interesting. Yeah, that like I would love to like see like are you is it an open source project? Like have you published this
No,
somewhere or is just
no,
running?
I think is that I can't do an open source on this, and I
Okay.
need to check with my company
Sure.
whether I can do an open source
Okay.
on it. But like, this is
And
only
then
for my personal use.
sure.
But if something is useful for
Yeah.
people, I'm happy to share this as
Yeah.
well.
Or maybe like just a template saying, hey, this is how these are the technologies and somebody can just develop it themselves, like saying, hey,
Yes,
just replicate. The concept is open, not the code.
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, makes sense. So, as we come closer to the end of this episode, I always like to ask, like, what are you doing for the next, like, where do you see yourself in next 5 to 10 years?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. So basically, in next 5 to 10 years, what I'm thinking is the how the technology is trending.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move to the technology trending, and
Sure.
maybe I want to move to the leadership
Mm-hmm.
roles. leadership roles, and I'm thinking to pursue an executive MBA to better up myself and
Mhm.
do things. Actually, I mean, this journey is good for me, and I
Mhm.
want to get like a leadership skills and
Yeah.
how can I help people, mentor
Mhm.
people,
Yeah.
and do those things as well. That's what like and
Mhm.
right now I'm doing. Just I want to continue this kind of effort here.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. So that is a very very cool goal. So as we come to the end of this episode, I wanted to like thank you for coming and sharing your success on how you have reached where you are, what you're looking to do, and what's happening in the industry. So thanks a lot for sharing everything.
Not a problem. Yeah. Thanks for inviting me here and giving me this opportunity. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, sounds great. Thanks, Sai Kiran.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Main Street Minds. Want to share your journey with our audience? Head over to mainstreetmindspodcast.com/guest to apply.